So, I want to explain the reason why you may or may not get respect at work and how you can overcome that and gain that respect based on my own experiences and some advice that I did personally to help me. Now, if you know Steve Jobs, he had this quote that went something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. And for me, that applies 100%. And I didn't really realize that until I joined, or until now, around this time frame now, because I became a lot more reflective about my life and the person I am today. Because I constantly try to question who I am without my job and without my title, my religion, and my morals and values. Now, for myself growing up, I was a very introverted kid. I didn't talk much. I was a big gamer, right? Got made fun of because of that. And I missed out on a lot of events. I even remember one time when I was playing basketball and I got made fun of because it's funny thinking back at it. But imagine that top half of your face, like your nose, everything above your nose is like straight, and everything below your nose is smiling. That's how I was growing up. So I have to kind of adopt different ways of speaking and adopt different ways of doing things to help me become better socially and to fit more to what people perceive me and or what perceive others to be a social human being, right? As I grew older, I realized that I won't be able to progress unless I start doing things that get me out of my comfort zone, because I was very comfortable playing video games, waking up, going to school, work, whatever. So when I got to high school, I joined this program called Navy GRTC. When in that program, guess what we did? It was a Navy military program. So they taught us discipline, and that's why I found out that I enjoy structure. They taught us standards, and I loved that. And it gave me time to practice and socialize and develop my leadership skills. Because I know we all grew up playing games, maybe. I know I did. And something about those games motivated me. And so being in that NGRTC program motivated me to become better and develop those skills. Now, after high school, that's when I joined the military, specifically the Marine Corps. Because one, I've always wanted to do it since I was a sophomore. And two, because it's just simply hard. And honorary mention is number 3 because I hate school, even though I'm going back to school. But I joined the Marine Corps and boot camp was tough, as everyone know. Once I got finished boot camp, I loved it. And I became more attuned. I got back into the fleet. I went and tried for something even tougher after I get comfortable. Because for me, if I become too comfortable, then that's when I know that I need to do something kind of hard or out of my comfort zone. So I tried to become a combat marksmanship coach in the Marine Corps back in 2018. And guess what? I failed. But I didn't let that pull me down, right? I went back again in 2020 in that pass. Also, to follow up on that, I tried again in 2022 to become an MEI instructor. It was hard. It was tough. And the bad thing about this one is the instructors tried to push me to keep going the course, but I couldn't do it myself because I wasn't fat. I was pretty much slim like I am now. But for whatever reason, I couldn't run a first class PFT. And that was back when I was on, I forgot the base. But if you in the Marine Corps, do you know that base that's by Lejeune, the air station? It's by Lejeune. I couldn't run a first class there in the PFT course. So it caused me to get another failure, right? And after that, I became a drone instructor. And those two setbacks kind of made me second guess myself. But guess what? I passed. So I kind of push back to reset. And then from there, I went to MBI course while being drum shooter, and I passed that. I said, hell yeah, here we go. Now, why do I say all that? I say all that to say this. You need to do hard things. You need to do things outside your comfort zone where the risk of failure is real. Whether that's take bigger risk or try something new. There's no harm in trying to become different, become better, and failing because failing is the only way that people move forward. And everyone you see around you who is successful has failed at least once, right? And that's what we need to do as humans. Now, I learned for myself growing up and through all this and the person I am now. The fact that I am the person I have now, looking back and connecting the dots, it's because those hard things made me who I am. Maybe I'm too arrogant. Maybe I'm too quiet. Maybe I'm too observant. Maybe I'm too reserved. That's okay with me. And once you do those stuff, then you'll be okay with you, who you are, because you will accept yourself more and not try to be part of the group. The only group you will want to be a part of is the group of you. To summarize everything, the main thing is that I believe, right, will help you gain respect that word and to help people avoid from over talking you is to one, do hard things, and two, do something physical with your body, right? Because once your parents show that you know what you're talking about, your parents show that you are the person who they would think have confidence, then guess what? The confidence will come eventually. Maybe your external environment hasn't caught up, but once it does, your internal will catch up as well. And then those two things will coincide with each other to make the person who you will become if you are already that person. Thank you for listening.